Hello everyone, Alfonso here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up My Data Ninja and why you need to do so. So when you sign up, the first thing that we ask is for you to confirm the email. And once you confirm the email, that's when you can start setting up. So there are different steps. And let me show you a quick graph of how this could look. So the basics of My Data Ninja is if you want to know the return on investment, if you want to have 99% of the user behavior tracked and to know the best and worst campaigns, that is what MyDataNinja does. It compiles everything into one single dashboard. Now, in order to do this, what you need, right, in order to have this data is first you need to track the origin of the customer. Then you need to track the behavior within your web page. And then you need to also track the sales, the leads, and also, and this is optional for e-commerce sites, the cost of goods. Now, when we look at the tracking of the origin, basically, we have Google Ads, TikTok ads, Bing ads, and Meta ads automatically synced. So that will be one click, and I'll show you now. And then you also have the opportunity to have custom URLs or channels and be able to track, for example, your blog, your social media, influencer campaigns that you might do. Now, for the tracking behavior and tracking the sales and leads, actually, we have also some one-click solutions, basically for Shopify, for HubSpot, and WooCommerce. The moment you connect these stores in just a couple of clicks, right, we will be able to implant a pixel, a first-party pixel within those sites so that we can track the behavior, and we will also connect to the API to bring all that sales, leads, and cost of goods data. So for the tracking behavior also, I mean, we work with cross-domain, with subdomains, with custom domain analysis. And for the tracking sales and leads, if you don't have a WooCommerce or Shopify store, you can also use our event API or postbacks in order to get that data within MyDataNinja and be able to answer the burning questions that you might have. So once we've seen this overview, let me show you how this is done specifically. So the first thing, as I said, is in getting started, we'll go to MyDataNinja. This is a way that you can actually book a call with someone from our team. Click here, you choose the dates, and that will be ready for you. If you don't want to do this, or if you just want to start on your own, okay, so let's get started. These are the steps that you need to do. Let me first here so that we can have a bit more space. So first, set up workspace. There are some profile questions. Let's just say one, field answer entertainment, what role? So I'm working marketing, in-house marketing team, let's say. Okay, the workspace name, let's put test. Something important here is you need to select the currency and the time zone, right? And then we click on continue. And this, as you see, is marked green. The second step would be to set up the marketing channel. So for now, we are not going to set up any customs. We're going to be setting up Meta and Google if you want, but all of them are the same. Basically, we use the OAuth instructions of each of them. So we will go to their pages, as you will see. So we click here. So there's 4 steps, basically connect to MyDataNinja. Then we choose the accounts that we want to sync, and we set up so that we can configure the tracking and other settings. I will create a video specifically about this. Okay, so first here. Okay, as you can see, right? We click on reconnect. And now we have the only account that I have in this Facebook email. So we click on here, check to connect to MyDataNinja, and then we click next. And here we see that the setup has already been completed. So that means that this account is already being tracked, and it will take a couple of hours probably to bring all the data in. But from now on, every single ad we create will be already set up. We click on next, and we go to dashboard. And in here, we would be able to see all the information that we have. So let me go back to getting started. So as you see, we already have here the Meta. Google, TikTok, and Bing ads would be exactly the same, and I will show you in a different video. So for now, we are going to move to the next step, which is the revenue sources. The revenue sources is what I showed you here, right? Be able to track behavior and track the sales and goods. We need to be able to connect. So in order to connect, this is also very easy. So we have WooCommerce, Shopify, HubSpot, and then Postbacks, which is the custom way of doing it. So we're going to go first with WooCommerce. So in here we see this would be a list of all the stores. We click here on Connect New Store. Now we are going to name the store however we want, test. And in this case, for the store URL, okay, and the first decision we need to make is if we want to process customer personal information. What this means, okay, is if we want to bring email data from the WooCommerce site into MyDataNinja. Now, this is not exactly necessary, but we are fully GDPR compliant, so you can do so. And that will also give you a more granulated view of exactly who is buying what. And you'll be able to even do some retention analysis that I will show you in a different video. So here we click on Connect. Okay, so here, okay, MyDataNinja read and write. We approve. And this is done. Now, as you can see, we have here the site. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to, okay, so we here can see the connected WooCommerce store. Now, another important point in this case is to set up WooCommerce, for example, in our WooCommerce store. So if we come here, this would be our WooCommerce store, right? Now we would have this plugin called MyDataNinja, right? And we here have settings and reports. And reports would be able to see a bit of data, but obviously it's much better to see it within the dashboard. And if we go to settings, however, we can see here some things that we can modify. So the first thing is if we want to include the MyDataNinja cost of goods field. So as I explained to you before, when working with e-commerces, it's really important to understand what the margin per product is, right? Having 100% ROAS, for example, or spending $50 to sell $50 is usually not worthwhile, because actually the $50 that you're selling, they are not fully profit, right? Some of it is just the cost of goods or the cost of delivery. So having this field is actually a way that we use in order to give you not the revenue, but the profit of each product. Then here, include tracker on website. As I mentioned, MyDataNinja has a JS pixel that it would install automatically within WooCommerce or Shopify, right? And in here, you can just click or unclick if you don't want it, or you want to do it in a different way that we have through Google Tag Manager or others. And here, what we can do is, if you have already a cost of goods field, right, and you don't want a new one, because what this would do is create a new field within WooCommerce, we can click here, and then we can choose out of the ones that are already within the WooCommerce store. So here we see actually the one that we've created because the store is old, right? But you could choose whatever you want here. And then we can also imagine that you don't have a cost of goods, right? So you can actually choose a default profit margin and say, okay, out of $50, I know that I earn 50%. So you would put here 50%, and then we would take into account $25 only for the profit. Now, going back to our getting started, let me show you, oops, here. So here, we've already connected the revenue sources, right? But as I told you, like there is we're implanting a pixel, right? As I showed you in here, right? The tracking behavior and the tracking and sales goods, it's done automatically when you do Shopify, WooCommerce, or HubSpot. Let me show you how. Now that I've connected the revenue sources, it automatically says that it's connected to the website. So in this case, it's woo.ninjas.com, right? Now, what happens here? So maybe that is not actually the domain that you want, right? Maybe it's not the one that you want to have facing a customer, and you have another one that is, more beautiful than the WooCommerce domain that gives you. So the way that you can do this is you come here And then you can choose a website alias. So a website alias is basically if we have mydataninja.com, and we put here store. If our store was actually within, actually, I'm going to remove this www. If our store was within this domain, this is how we would add it. Another way would be, okay, if this is the main domain, woo1.ninjas.com, we could actually add here some subdomains, right, that we could put so that all of this gets tracked. Now, the reason why we do this is because conversion can come from many places. And once you install our tracking pixel, right, through WooCommerce, through Shopify, or just through Google Tag Manager, for example, we need to be able to understand how the user is moving between the subdomains that you have and the actual domains. So this is really important to do it right. And this is the difference between having a good tracking and having a bad tracking, basically. So let's go back. As you can see now, so we've set up the workspace, we've set up the one marketing channel, we've set up one of the revenue sources, we have actually connected the website already. And then the only thing that we have left is to go to the dashboard and start enjoying the results. Now, obviously, there's nothing here. This is a completely new account. But if you want to see something, just check some of the other videos that I've created. Thank you very much. I hope this was useful for you. Bye.